gave to Abraham was the seed that his son Joseph was died, died, and they did his funeral, fake funeral. But the father knew really deep in his heart that the boy was not dead yet. It sounds like my family. Please, at this point, I don't want you to talk to anybody, and don't let anybody talk to you. This time, everybody is a suspect. Until we finish, don't talk to anybody. If you want to go out to do something important, find the ushers are here. So please give me your maximum attention. Because we've come all over the world. Some of us come from different sources. The reason we are here is because God needs to make his heart be unto us. And in the atmosphere like this, if you are not sensitive, you can mix it. Jacob family sounds like my family. They faked a death of his son and had a funeral. I had an uncle who worked for government for a certain period, and he felt that he doesn't want his superannuation, or what do you call it, the pension or whatever, to go to somebody else. So he decided he needs to enjoy his own pension. He doesn't need to die, that he goes to somebody. So he faked and he died. He decided to die so that the message will get to them that he has died. So they pay the money. The same thing happened to Jacob. That's the kind of family I came from. And so finally he got no opportunity to see the boy again. A funeral without a body. And so that was what happened. But within down his spirit, something was recurring, that something was not right, yet he couldn't prove it. Now watch this. And so years later, years gone by, circumstances, situations has happened, and here and there, and then there was a massive global pandemic that happened at that time. And so they have no choice but to gravitate towards Egypt so that they can get surviving food. So he said his children, they went there, and information started leaking. And we met a guy, he looks like your son. And so eventually everything boils down. Wagons were sent from Egypt. Joseph picked the father, got to the land. Then watch this. Verse 7. So this is an official introduction. So Joseph brought in Jacob his father and set him before Pharaoh. And watch this, and Jacob blessed Pharaoh. At times I come across some people, they say, oh, me, I don't care whether you pray for me or not. I have a good job, I have a good system, I have a good days working for me. In the next 10 years of my life is secure. You are a joke. You have no idea. Systems can crash anytime. Pharaoh, who was in authority and the leader of that whole time, asked Jacob to pray for him. And Pharaoh said unto Jacob, watch this. He said, how old are you? How old are you? And then this is what Jacob said. Jacob said unto Pharaoh, the days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few and evil have the days of the years of my father, my life been. And watch this. And I have not attained unto the days of the years of the life of my fathers in the days of their pilgrimage. Now, what I want you to observe here is that Jacob, being on the third generation to carry the mandate from his grandfather Abraham, is now explaining the profile of his journey. And at the end of the profile, this is what he said to Pharaoh. He said, I have not attained, which means there were things that were in the package which I was to you about the force of disadvantage. The force of disadvantage. And I want you to go to 5 people and tell them that after this service, you are going to be empowered to overcome disadvantages in life. Go to 5 people and tell them that. Please, before you take your seat, everybody look at me. Look at me. I used to believe that if people are serving God, people are Christians following God, there's no way disadvantage can be considered part of them. That is what I used to believe, and that is what I was told. That's what I was told. But I have come to realize that it was not accurate. It was not accurate. You can love God, serve God, have the promises of God, and still be a victim of disadvantage. And as I speak to you, most of us, you will notice that in this world, we have only 2 people group that live in this world. We have advantaged people and disadvantaged people. And as I speak to you right now, if I wouldn't be wrong, probably maybe over 90 or more % of us standing here today are in a state of disadvantage. I'm telling you. Because your life is not proportionate to the equation of what has been pronounced by you. I don't think there's anybody here who has the capacity more than Jacob when it comes to God's plan, God's purpose, God's design for his life. This was the turning line of God's global, plan. The man carrying the global plan of God, the whole world. Now giving a profile of his life to Pharaoh and said, I've lived 130 years and full of them has been an evil. And this is what he said to Pharaoh. He said that, but I have not attained the height I was supposed to be. You see, Jesus' power has done the first phase. The second phase is what we are now knocking the door. A lot of black people have disadvantage force working against them as a contrary current. If you don't know. And that's why when you live here, you see, 21st century does not privilege people because of location. Your location is not a factor to your favor. So a lot of people say, because I live in America. No, there are more poor people in America than other countries I've seen. Now let me tell you this. I was in LA. They took me personally into a place in Los Angeles. And I've never seen many people sleeping outside, homeless in America than any other country I've witnessed. Which means that this land is not what you think it is. I've seen it with my eye. No nation. You see, disadvantages of life. He has no respect for color, no respect for education, no respect for degrees, no respect for this, no respect for gender. Until you engage and just make sure that you are tackling this virus, you will never be able to stay on top as God has meant your life to be. I was in Japan. I mean, when I was growing up, you hear Japan is a great country. I mean, innovation nation and all those things. I mean, black man like me preached in Japan, translated in the Japanese language. Konnichiwa, konnichiwa, yeah, konnichiwa. And then the first time in my life as a black preacher, that it was the black people that used to do that. Where they will stand at the airport, plane takes off, and then they wave the plane. Japanese people, my plane took off and I saw them waving the plane. Why? Because it is not where you are. It is what has been in your destiny, transforming your destiny. That's why we are here this morning. By the time I'm done with you this morning, I can assure you, all your bloodline, anybody that was limited by virtue of this advantage, you are going to be the torchbearer and start a new way that will prove to them that with God all things are possible. Am I promising to someone? I've come across a lot of men, appointed men, chosen men that have worked for God for so many years. Getting to the latter part of their years, some of them are in a state of regression because of disadvantage. I was there in Japan, and some missionaries, some of them have been there 25 years. They don't even have 4 souls. Go to 3 people and say, "Manage me." Please sit down like a champion. God bless you. Advantage force is inactive over somebody's life. That's why you see a beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. He has all the bounce and everything. And yet you will see this Tafiawa man bluffing here. Yeah. Yes. You see a very nice, beautiful lady with all the things you can talk about. And then you see this woman is struggling. You see a very promising man. Very promising man. But you see the way Columbus has harassed him. He looks like a rat from Africa coming from Lekki, the Lagos State. These days, some of you, young people, listen to me. Life is not about online. You talk to them, I was online. If you're online, it means you are in the queue. And whenever you are in a queue, it means you will take long to get to your time. Don't get online. Participate. These days, people will come to church, they are staying home, and then Pastor, I was connected online. You see, I was praying with you people online. The Bible says in the book of Acts chapter 3, it said when John and Peter and James, when they were going to church in the hour of prayer, not when they were staying online. You see the curriculum. Look at them and say, "Arms for the poor, arms for the poor." He said, "Look at us, look at us." And an unexpected miracle took place that brought a celebration. Let me tell you this: stop staying online, get to the presence of God. Because if you're clapping, clap like a child of God. See, what is disadvantage? Disadvantage is, you see, an unfavorable condition which decapacitate one's ability to attract mercy, favor, opportunities, actions. That's what we call disadvantage. So when disadvantage is working, one of the things you will notice is that you may have all that introduce you to be significant, and yet in reality it's not like that. There are people that come to church and you look at them, you think they have all together. Because the way they dress and the way they make their gestures and the way I can't see this some people, the way they give the offering. I mean, very stylish and very promising. This one is loaded. Come on now, this lady, very classic. Wow, look at the way he brought the offering. You can see, and look at the prayers, the way he brings the money out. Wow, what a sarcastic woman. But in reality, it is empty. Because you see, when you have a disadvantage force working around you, it makes you become somebody that is not being celebrated. There are some of you, your families are just tolerating you because you have been sending dollars to them. But today, it will be a different story. I said today, it will be a different story. You see, there are people that wait when you are in the limelight and they call you a friend. Those are not the people you call a friend. The friend are people who saw your mess. And when God translated your mess into a messenger, that is when you call them a friend. Somebody who saw you when you were nobody, and when you became somebody, and then they are the same people that are ushering you into. That is what you call a friend. So I don't make you anyhow. I'm not waiting for somebody because I'm in a limelight. So you want to identify. When I was struggling, when I was sleeping in the classroom, could you see the hand of God? Could you see that the time will come auditorium like this can be built? When that man was meeting in his basement, could you see that? And today, you see, look at the air conditioning, you look at the sound, you look at the grammar, you say, wow. You are my friend. You are my shut up. You can't be a friend because a friend in need is a friend indeed. And I'm here to let somebody know because disadvantage has been moving over you. The many people who are supposed to open door for you are shying away. But the time is coming when advantage begins to take over your life. You will walk from glory to glory, from power to power, and from anointing to anointing, and from well to well, and from supernatural to supernatural. I'm here to let you know, from today, you are migrating into the next level of your life. And people who used to disgrace you, they will come around and they will begin to apologize because they didn't know that the Lord was going to do this out of your mess. If you are the one, rise up and clap and shout and let me go. You are the one. Come on now. It happens to them all, not that you pray, not that you fast, not that it happens to them all because it is God's order. As a human being representing the image of God, time and chances are supposed to happen to them all. If anybody here has time, then you have another dimension called chance. Because if God has given all of us 24 hours, you have something called chance. If some people have become billionaire because they have time, you can also rise up because you also have time. But something is about you that doesn't make you move into chances. Because your uncle never had chance, your grandmother never had chance, your papa never had chance, your mother never had chance, your elder sisters never had chance. But I'm here to let you know that from today, a new breed of God's Spirit is moving on the face of the earth and is causing men and women like you to start having the chance that you deserve so that you can become the head but not the tail. Can somebody shout and receive it? You see, when you are disadvantaged, you never get chances. And when disadvantage is working against you, you know what happens? You will start a company and somebody will take it from your hands. You will introduce somebody and he will push you away. You will open the door for somebody and you will shut the door. You will be a corrupter for somebody to get something, and after that, he will crush you. You will love somebody and he will pay you evil. You see, you have no idea when disadvantage is hovering around something. God opens the door, and all of a sudden you see the door crashing. And you say, but it wasn't God who opened the door for me. Yes, it was him. In 1999, we found ourselves in Korea. We went to Church Growth Conference. I was with some pastors from Ghana, some of them from Assemblies of God. Some of them, at that time, they were, aged. So we went over there, we got there, and the moment we got there, things were good here and then registering here and then we got to the office of the main registration. And then when we got to the office, the lady, the control secretary, the lady that was registering us, he looked at my face and he said, "Sir, pray for me." And I said, what did you say? He said, "Pray for me." I said, "What? You live here. Look at the office block. The office block, have a lift that goes about 4 or 5. Do you know where I'm coming from? I meet in a classroom and you are telling me to pray for you. Oh, but Lord is giving you, are telling me to pray for you. Anybody hear that here? And now what's this? What is, and then we went back and all of us, I don't know what happened. There was a guy who was the engineer at one of the airports. He saw me and he said, "I want to take you out for dinner." I said, "Wow." And then Saturday we don't tell my wife. Then we go to some meeting and then the women will be using their hands to put food in my mouth. Then I tell my wife. And one of the pastors looked at one and he was a fatty. I was if you know what, if you know the reason I've come here, you know the grace that is working. Because in my family house, as the wall is there, you could see the wall, breathing like this, full of demons. And if you know where I'm coming from, and the prayer that we have offered to the heaven, we want to destroy disadvantage. I came this morning to prophesy to somebody here. Every financial disadvantage over your life in the house. May the fire that came on the memories crush that and let your feet. Can somebody rise up and clap and shout fire? Young people, everybody keep standing. Young people, look at me and let me tell you something. There is a guy I met in Maryland. The guy is a very, very talented guy. A guy who has designed something within, the children nappies, the children nappies. He has designed a technological chip into that nappy. So when the baby wets, then it triggers something, for the phone, for the mother to know that the nappy is wet so that the mother can watch it. This is a multi-billion-dollar thing, but because the guy is black, because he's from Nigeria, he has struggled. Nobody is interested to even give him an attention. This is what we call disadvantage. But from today, as I'm preaching to you right now, the spirit of disadvantage is going to leave your house forever. May your clapping and slapping is upon you. I don't pray. Now listen, I'm coming. We are going to clap our hands to pray only for 1 minute. Any disadvantage that works against your mother's children, as we clap our hands to pray right now, may the fire that came on the day of Elijah America is changing, and it's not changing for better. You don't know. And some of you that have the disadvantage, force moving around you, you need to engage. First Chronicles chapter chapter 5, verse number 1. You know what the Bible says? It says that Reuben was the firstborn, and according to the tradition, the culture, the order, the protocol, the custom, the firstborn was supposed to be one that take over from the father. But watch this. This is what the Bible reads. He said that his birthright was given unto the sons of Joseph, the 11th one, and the technology is not to be reckoned after the birthright. Can you imagine this? Something that is legally placed, legally put, legally structured. Because of disadvantage, somebody was shaping. And the same thing happened to a man called Esau. Two brothers, twins. A mother chose the younger one above the elder because of disadvantage. And he said, boy, I will stand behind you. And coach the boy, what he needs to say, what he needs to do, the way he needs to dress, and the smell he needs to put on, and the cologne he needs to wear, because the mother's instructions. Just to disadvantage the elder brother, and to give the younger brother advantage. You can't understand that, brother. This is the reality of the African people. Full of disadvantages. Some of you, God brought you here as a promised land for you to be a bridge to connect the other people on the other side. But look at you, a supervisor doesn't want to see your face. Meanwhile, you've done nothing. You are just eating. You have done nobody any harm because of disadvantage. Now some of you, none of your family members enjoy good marriage. The disadvantage over the house. Beautiful young women, beautiful young men, and they enter into marriage. Instead of being a wedlock, they become a padlock. We don't go to church because we want to just be part of the church. We go to church because we want to engage. And so Jacob telling his profile, he said, watch this. He said, king, he said, I'm 130 years old, but if I tell you the things I've been through, you will never say that I have a promise over my life. And he said, I'm not attained. How can somebody on the third generation of the line to carry the global mandate of Elohim God be on a disadvantage, not him obtain? But what about you seated here, born in that village, in the house of the shrine, in that kind of a cocoon, whereby demons come and have party? How come you being somebody like a Samson, whereby anytime he goes out, they come and have a meeting in his own house to eliminate him? And yet, he thought that he was living alone in his house. No, he was living with some people in his house. Didn't he know because of disadvantage? The day Samson came to himself and realized that there has been a meeting behind him. His eyes was already out. His strength has already gone. His friends has already left him. Favor has left him. And all the influence has already gone. And this is a man that was born to be a Messiah and a deliverer, crying for God to one more time help him to die together with his enemies. You are not going to cry for death. You are going to cry for the death of your enemies. And you shall live and declare the works of the Most High God. I came to announce to you, anything that makes your mother disadvantage, you minus you. Anything that makes your father disadvantage, you minus you. Anything that makes your brothers disadvantage, you minus you. Because we live in the 21st century, the favor of the Lord is going to increase. When the enemy comes against you like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will raise a standard, and it's happening in the month of June. You shall move in a standard where the mighty hand of the living God is going to hold you and lead you and say, follow me, and I will show you great and mighty things thou knowest not. I came to prophesy in the name that is above Most of the doctors in our country, most of them were students, but they wouldn't let him move into a level to become a professor. He told me, he said, as long as I am here and I have heard this, it will never going to go down. And he said, are you sure? I said, it will never going to go down. He looked at me, he couldn't believe it, and I said, no, it will never going to go down. If it is true that God uses people, this thing is going to happen to him. And when that thing happened to him, he couldn't even believe with his eyes. When I met him, he was using a small car, living in the doctor's quarters. Small. Not like the damn books of God. And I look at him and I say, no, this should happen. Today he lives in a mansion with swimming pool and those things. One day I was there, he came to me and said, I have been offered to buy some special Mercedes from America. Special made. It was made very few people. And the one who was using it had issues, so they pack it special. That Mercedes Benz is not made in Ghana, you don't find them there. So he came and told me and said, they asked me to buy it. Should I buy it? And I said, go and buy it. Go and buy it. But they put in a container, brought it together, and I said, when you drive in this car, it will open up people's eyes on you. A car, the more you use, the more it becomes expensive. You know that in America, when you use a car, the moment you take the car from the showroom, it loses value. But this car I'm talking about, the more you use it, the more it increases. You are living here in America, you pay your bills, this and that, you build one house in Ghana, you are not bragging. Look at you, full of disadvantage. Look at you. Your children, look at them on drugs, on this. Your children are being pornography, all those. Look at you, disadvantage all over the place. You won't harm yourself to come to church for God to have mercy on you. You are talking like, and you live in a White House. Meanwhile, you live in a black house. Where I come from, my brother, disadvantage. It's sweet, it's something we drink. You see people, great men and women, at disadvantage all over them. When my daughter was in senior high, one day they were about to choose their subject that will push them so that they can go to university. A teacher in the school looked at my daughter and said to her, he said, my daughter said, I want to do science. She said, no, you can't do science. Choose engineers. That's why it's very important, very important for you to be around your children. And then the school, she was supposed to choose. The teacher said, no, don't choose that school. You can't go there. So she came and told her, and I said, but I mean, is she part of our family with this? I mean, what is the problem? And so I went there, I said, this girl wants to do, she wants to do science. So she wants to go to that school. That school is the top school in the whole Ghana. It is the central region, the top. I said, that's what she wants to do. And so she chose. And exactly that was what happened. Today, that my daughter I'm talking about, she does surgeries like something. Surgeries. And you know what? When she started her career, first, there's something we call first food. In Ghana, when you pass go and practice the first 6 months, they won't pay you. The first 6 months came. When the first 6 months came, I was there. She went to the bank and took a bank card and took a check. Wrote a letter, put an envelope and came and said, Daddy, this is my first fruit for you. 6 months. I don't do that. You know something? What you tell me? Brother, disadvantage. You can be in ministry. God is using you, but you'll be surrounded by disadvantage. It don't surprise you to know. I'm telling you, I was a preacher. I never knew that there were certain dimensions there waiting for me because of disadvantage. Today, you come to church and you are joking, you are playing. You live in America here. This is the land of battle, if you don't know. And you are here, you are joking. Some of you men, you are joking. You are the wife who also sleeping with another woman. Stupid man. Because sex thrill, but it kills. If you don't know, you have no idea. I live in America, I have my right. Shut up, boy. You don't have that right. He said, Pharaoh looked at him and said, Mr. Man, how old are you? I'm 130 years old. And you can see the gray hair every day. And this is a man that is a carrier of the 10th generation God's global plan. And now he's now begging for food with his entire family. Someone who is a carrier begging for food. That is why they brought him to Jesus that he would die by hunger. So explain to me, how can you be the third online to carry global agenda and be struggling in surviving by food? That's disadvantage. Sons of Solomon, do you know what he said? Sons of Solomon, chapter 1, verse number 6. He said, my mother's children, they were angry with me. Because he said what? Because they made me a keeper of their vineyard, but mine, they never allowed me to do my own vineyard. That is what we call unkept treasure, unkept vision, unkept project, unkept design, unkept purpose. Some of you, the moment you have money, somebody is seated on a shrine somewhere in Africa, mentioning